energy. That's a lot of assuming the worst, you know, and investigative and all of that stuff that I like to think is a part of the Scorpio vibe. Me personally, I love the moon in Scorpio because, yeah, that's my favorite place. I also do Virgo, so I might be partial to the Scorpios, which is very different from how it was when I was growing up, actually. I used to actually run from it, only to find I was running from it because it was me. Big up Samuel Reynolds, the astrologer. He was the one that actually did my birth chart for the first time and pointed out the reason that I ran from Scorpio men is because I'm running for myself. And then I just went up with a whole Scorpio thing. So I guess when you just love it, you just love it. Which actually, since we're talking about emotional intelligence today, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know that if there's anybody that's going out of their way to hurt you, to harm you, to be petty, spiteful, vindictive, manipulating, just spending a whole lot of time to try to throw you off. They love you, okay? They love you. Like big love, like probably more than they love themselves. Because that's why they act that way, because they don't love themselves, you know? So that love is just, it's lost in translation and the expression and all that good stuff. I just do my best. That's all I do. That's all I do. One of my favorite affirmations came out. I could see it right now. Mental transmutation 1.1. Mind over matter. Right? It don't mind, it don't matter. Reveal and heal 4.2. Be authentic without apology. Inner child 3.7. I laugh when I fall. you know, At first, I thought that I was being audacious. Like where do I get the audacity from to feel like I could create an oracle card deck, right? Especially once I learned what that actually was. Because when I got the idea to create the morning show decks, it was really just coming from the reference of being a nerd in school and making index cards of the strong reference points that I needed for passing my test, right, and having good grades. Because I didn't necessarily like to study, I just needed to refresh the information. Um, I did study human and social biology though. That was one subject that I actually did put effort into and study. Big up Miss Cherian, she definitely inspired that from me. Um, which just shows how important it is to have dedicated teachers in our schools, right? Because that teacher was dedicated and she went the extra mile to make sure that I was focused because she saw my potential. She also saw that I was a very silly, goofy child that was getting by on good grades because I was smart and actually not applying myself. That's another conversation for another video. We're talking about enhanced emotional intelligence and extra expressive and transparent right now. I'm very grateful for these affirmations. We have 3, 2, 4, 7. We have 7 affirmations out. We actually have the number 7 on the table. Inner child 3.7. I laugh when I fall. A very important affirmation for enhancing emotional intelligence because guess what? If you can't laugh at yourself, you're going to be very vexatious a lot. you know? So when you know that you can be that inner child at all times, inner child 3.7, I laugh when I fall. The very fact that it's a number 7 on this side means it's the last day of the third round because for the resonation deck, there's only 3 topics: inner child, reveal and heal, and synchronicity. So each topic is discussed 7 times consecutively in the boot camp version of this experience, right? So we have mental transmutation twice. And it's actually the foundation, the very first 2 affirmations in the topic. because it's round one, day one, and round one, day two. Mind over matter. You can if you will. Also, a message I needed to know for today, because this is the day that I need to bring forth that miracle tangibly. We've been making so much progress, so much divine snail space, the warp speed progress, and all these new projects. I'm so excited for us. You can, if you will. Mental transmutation 1.2. Right? Like I said, it's day one and day two of the topic, the very first round. So these are literally the building blocks, the foundations that we keep in mind to practice mental transmutation. Mental transmutation, the art of choosing your thoughts on purpose in order to directly influence the quality of your mood and your life. And we're talking about emotional intelligence. For me, emotional intelligence is when I apply logic to my feelings, make it make sense. Is the mathing. While doing so, I practice being mindful 3.3, include integrity. You know? And it's very important for you to include integrity in this emotional intelligence of providing logic and emotions together to uplift and enhance your emotional intelligence. Including integrity means that you're considering other people if they're a part of where your feelings come from. Because you're being mindful, right? This affirmation, that's a part of the equation for today. Self-love habits 1.3, eat well, live well. As you can see, it's eat well with a colon, live well, because they are directly related. A lot of times our moods are trash because our food is trash. I'm just saying. Do you eat food that make you feel electrified and excited because the food is still alive? Or are you eating that super processed stuff? Right? Another affirmation in the enhancing intelligence on a moon day equation, being mindful 2.2. See how we have the master number 22 and the master number 33? I'm just saying. Be on purpose. Right? In other words, control your emotions. I hear too many times, oh, I didn't mean what I said when I was upset. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was angry or frustrated or whatever. Either way, you're not in control of yourself. It takes practice to do that if you're not used to it. So just be on purpose. Coming back around to mental transmutation 1.1, mind over matter. Mental transmutation 1.2, you can if you will. You know why? Because you actually can if you decide to. Just like you won't. You can't if you won't. You feel me? You can if you will. Because willpower is everything. Mental transmutation. Willpower. Really? Mind over matter. We control the world around us. You will literally decide not to care about something, and voila, you feel better. It might take some time, but especially if you decide to distract your mind and put your thoughts elsewhere, I mean, you'll see it and feel it. And when you catch yourself slipping, even if you fall, remember, inner child 3.7, I laugh when I fall. Laughter is the most fabulous way, I find, to transmute certain moods. Laughing at myself helps me to be grateful for the lesson that I'm learning. It helps me to be more compassionate with myself and patient with myself. And lastly, Reveal and Heal 4.2, be authentic without apology. Because let me tell you how I definitely feel guilty for speaking up for myself at the beginning of the speaking up journey. But the more I do it, the more I'm grateful for me honoring myself by speaking up. Be authentic without apology. Don't apologize for your authenticity. Me personally, I might apologize for my delivery because I'm learning. And if it didn't even come out how I wanted it to, then hey, I have no problem apologizing, right? But I'm not apologizing for being authentic. I'm apologizing for not expressing it adequately. See, the thing that I've come to embrace about my own personal journey with emotional intelligence is laughing at myself. Because I know that I'm including integrity in everything that I do. I know that I'm being on purpose. I know that I can if I will. I know how much. It's an honor to anchor love here from Art of Healing over time. And as I sign off now, just know that I'm under so much pressure. But it's a lot, but not too much. You know? Pressure activates diamonds.